Hello and welcome back to Syberia 3. We still have to get Mr. Steiner his medication. And yeah, I've been looking it up, to be honest, and I've already played the next 20 minutes and yeah, I did not record the right screen, so here we are again. But it's a lot of dialogue, so there was not that much to do. But first, let's get him his medicine, and he needs to take it 3 hours before dinner, and apparently that is 5 p.m. I think that's just something you have to know or try. Oh gosh, and it's again very difficult with the mouse to do this. There we go. And yeah, I've played it with the gamepad once and noticed it's much smoother with the gamepad. But anyway, I'm still doing it with the mouse. And the music is changing, so we know we're on the right track. Okay, get to 12, thank you, and get to 5. No, get to 5. There we go. So we get some tea. We get some pills. And we get some sugar, maybe? Steiner's medication. So let's give it to him. There you go.
Thank you for your precious help, my dearest Miss Walker. I'm afraid I may have judged you somewhat hastily.
Don't mention it, Mr. Steiner. Tell me about the prosthesis. I need to take it back to Kirk very quickly, if, of course, you agree to let me have it.
Yeah. I just have a few small adjustments to make. It involves very precise and meticulous mechanics, understand?
Will it take long? I'm sorry to insist, but I also have to give a hand to those unfortunate Yukels. I need to help them get across the lake with their herd of ostriches. I'm so worried about them.
Once the mechanical leg is at last ready, I can go to the clinic and bring back young Kirk to you. That way you only have to worry about what happens to the other Yukels.
That's very nice.
You'd do that, Mr. Steiner? That would really be a great help.
So, perfect. But dear Miss Walker, are you aware of what lies in store for the nomads when they reach the other side of the lake?
What on earth's the matter, Mr. Steiner?
The next stage of your journey is the poor cursed town of Baranor. It has become hell on earth since the time of the last great ostrich migration.
Please join me downstairs for a moment, Miss Walker. I'll show you exactly what I mean.
Okay, we will do that. Is there anything else? No, right? Oh, by the way, now that he's not here, maybe I can take a closer look. Or are we just... Okay, she's just turning it on. Then let's head downstairs. First of all, we will have a look here, because we need to find a film reel. This one. And then we can watch a little movie. Movie time. Oh, by the way, yeah, let's take the newspaper clipping here. And then let's look at this machine. Okay, and put the reel here.
Baranor, the cursed city. Baranor, the martyred town. Baranor has been nothing but a field of ruins and desolation since a week after the explosion of reactor number 3 in the nuclear power plant. Baltimore is on the other side of the lake, sheltered from the prevailing wind, and fortunately it seems to have been spared from the deadly radioactive clouds. Our town was mobilized to go to the aid of our neighbors. Although our town's means were modest when compared to such a catastrophe, there were nonetheless among us some brilliant mechanical engineers. In record time, they developed a small army of automatons capable of helping the affected people. Those men and dogs of steel could go where a human could no longer set foot without becoming seriously ill. Over there, they could be excavators, rescue workers, and treasure bearers.
Oscar! They all look like him.
Truly magnificent pieces, Nishtvar. The XZ-2000 model is most assuredly one of Hans's major masterpieces.
Their mission was to bring back any survivors of the catastrophe to Baltimore, where the victims would receive the best care in Dr. Zemiatine's clinic. The Crystal, the ferry usually responsible for linking the towns of Baltimore and Baranor every day, carried the new type of rescuers to the scene of the drama, and brought back the survivors of the catastrophe.
So Baranor suffered the ravages of a nuclear accident. But according to that film, the automatons you designed with Hans should have helped save lots of lives, right?
I'm afraid that's not how things went. Because of Captain Obo, who... Ah, that must be Sarah. Please come this way, Miss Walker. I'll introduce you.
Okay. Captain Obo, who did what? He abandoned them. And we already know Sarah. But she seems to be here now for dinner, maybe?
Miss Walker, may I introduce you to Sarah, my granddaughter?
We've actually already met. Haven't we, Sarah?
I actually owe Miss Walker a candle. Thanks to her calmness and peace of mind, I'm still here and on my feet. She found my medication and gave it to me before it was too late. Donnerwetter.
You don't mean you had another attack, do you? Ah, you're being so very naughty, Grandfather. You absolutely must let Dr. Zemiatine examine you.
Come on, stay calm, my little child. When I go to the clinic to take the prosthesis to the young Yukol, I'll stop by and see the good doctor. Until then, why don't you make yourself really useful to Miss Walker? She's looking for some way to transport the Yukol caravan to the other side of the lake.
Well, I think I've already found the solution. The boat in the film, the Crystal, it must be the ship that's docked in the port. If it was able to transport the automatons you and Hans built, it could carry the ostriches across the lake.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. But unfortunately, there's a slight problem of size, dear Miss Walker.
Yeah, the captain is a drunkard.
Sounds like you're talking about Captain Obo's alcoholism. I saw him earlier on the dock.
That coward has been hiding himself in alcohol ever since he abandoned our automatons to Baranor. And he'd rather simply die than go back. He tells everybody that the evil monster of the lake is waiting for him, and that as soon as he goes back on the water, the beast will just up and grab him. Ha 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 ha. But of course, that is the purest fantasy.
Grandfather, I know you're still really angry with Captain Obo because he abandoned the automatons that you built with your friend Hans and Baranor. He was supposed to wait for them. They were going to take all the survivors they found in the rubble to the boat and then bring everyone here to safety in Valsambor. But in the end, when he got to the beach at Baranor and saw the disaster and all the dead, he became really afraid. The disease, the radiation. He must have had an uncontrollable panic attack, so he immediately turned back, dumped the machines on the Crystal into the lake, and came back empty-handed to Valsambor. And the automatons have been there ever since, in hell. But who knows? Maybe today he'll want to sell. I'm sure Kate will be capable of convincing him to help the Yukols. I have to go do my waitressing shift in the tavern. Come by and see me later on, okay? Captain Obo will be there.
All right, then. I'll try and convince Captain Obo. Thank you for everything, Mr. Steiner.
I don't know if I really should wish you good luck, dear Miss Walker. Baranur is only an open grave now.
Well, I hope we will get through it. And maybe even see an Oscar or two. And before we head back to the tavern, I will do a quick stroll through the town, because we haven't seen all of it yet. So we will go into this direction now. The game would stop lagging. Thank you. So there is someone at a gate. Ooh, camera. Hello.
Impossible, I don't believe it. He forgot to leave it open again.
Yeah, but that person is not really talking to us. So let's go upstairs. And here we have the funicular to go to the clinic, which is of course not going there right now, as we know. But I think it's just pretty cool to have that in this small town. And this is the town hall with some people protesting.
No Yukos in Balsambor! The shopkeepers can't take it anymore! The shopkeepers are on strike!
Calm down.
Theft from my shop since those savages showed up. Mr. Mayor, who's gonna pay?
Thefts.
Mr. Mayor, do your job and come out onto the balcony. Voters want to talk to you.
They're stealing our merchandise and our customers.
And this is a very nice statue here.
If you were only here to see this, Oscar.
Yeah. But I mean, they aren't the heroes, right? Because, I mean, they could have been the heroes, but we don't know what would have happened if Captain Obo would have come back with them.
Gonna pay.
Come outside. Show yourself, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, come outside now or we'll throw you out in the next elections.
Oh,
Mayor
oh,
Booyakin! Mayor Booyakin!
People are getting more and more excited. It'll be a riot if it goes on.
Yeah, I know. The U-calls have to move
We're not
on.
leaving until you come outside to talk, Mr. Mayor!
Okay. And then we can head back to the tavern. Don't think there's anything else to see. So, where did I go last time? I don't really recall. Somehow we will get back. Yes, I think this is the right direction. Just around the corner. And then I think... Yeah, there's
I don't
something...
have any coins. Too bad.
Okay, she wants to throw some coins into the well or the fountain to make a wish, maybe. And then I think the tavern is back here again. Is that right? I definitely came this way last time. Oh, okay, yes, yes, that was right. Wait. Which street did I come from now? I came from this one, right? Okay, yes. I came this way. So we are heading this way. Okay, and this is the tavern. All right, Captain, will you help me?
Captain Obo?
What do you want?
Hitch, argue, push.
Come on, Captain. Put your bottle away for a second and listen to me. I need to use the crystal for a crossing. Your ship is big enough to take the entire Yukon caravan. And so I need you to, are you okay, Captain?
Why are you being... My God, why are you being so mean?
Well, because...
So you're going to tell me I'm nothing but a gutless drunk too? Go ahead, I'm used to it.
No. Of course not. Now.
Don't bother. Just leave me the hell alone, little lady.
I don't believe it.
Okay. Maybe we will ask Sarah for some advice.
Is everything okay, Kate?
Not really. I'd like to ask Captain Obo if the Yukon caravan can go on board his boat to cross over to Baranor. But I can't get a straight answer. He's completely sloshed.
I'm sorry, miss, but I really think you're wasting your time. He's getting drunk again to forget his crimes, like he always does. To forget he wasn't brave the way a captain should be. Can you believe it? In Baranor, he just picked up and abandoned his passengers. And I know, he'll never want to see that cursed place again.
I'm not sure that's true, lad. Even if he does drink a lot, the captain's a pretty good guy. Say the right thing, and you may be able to convince him.
If I'm ever lucky enough to find him sober, even for a moment, I need that drunkard to listen to me.
Maybe I can help you with that. I'll make him one of my famous small restoratives. After that, he'll want to sleep for 3 days, but at least his mind will be clear.
Okay. Any advice?
You know the captain better than I do. What can you tell me that will help me to convince him?
One thing's for sure, he definitely hates himself for abandoning all those people to their fate over there in Baranor. All of those men, women, and children that Grandfather's army of automatons was going to rescue and bring back on board the crystal. He has the impression nobody here will ever forgive him, and to be perfectly honest, he's not far wrong. Plus, he's also racked with guilt. So in my opinion, avoid criticizing him.
Okay. The captain's flight.
Do you know why Captain Obo fled Baranor?
He must have been completely traumatized by what he saw there. The catastrophe, the victims, and then the radiation. He unloaded the automatons on the beach, but he didn't expect they'd bring the survivors back right then. He just cracked, completely snapped. Full astern and goodbye all. Can you even imagine?
Afterwards, he came up with that story of a sea monster appearing and attacking his boat.
Yes, the old legend of the monster of the lake. Convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, it's convenient, but I'm not really sure it's a lie. Because the Yukos are also talking about it.
Has Captain Obo taken the crystal out of port since leaving Baranor?
He's been far too drunk ever since then for that.
And anyway, the port's been closed since the tragedy of Baranor 20 years ago.
Do you think the crystal is still in sailing condition after all this time?
I'm sure there'll be a few repairs to do, but Obo never stopped keeping it in shape, you know. He loves his boat, despite everything.
Good to know.
Who knows what became of the victims and automatons the captain abandoned?
No, everybody hates the captain for that. But nobody volunteered to take the helm of the crystal in his place to pick up the survivors. If there are any left in Baranor. They're all dead now, that's for sure.
Grandfather says that the automatons would have broken down really quickly with nobody to maintain them.
Go see the captain. Sarah will bring you the restorative when it's ready.
Alright. So we can't expect anyone to be alive in Baranor anymore, unfortunately.
Take this, Captain. This one's on the house.
My God! This pisswater unbattens the hatches, swabs the deck, and opens the portholes. Hello, Miss.
My name is Kate Walker, Captain Obo. We met each other earlier.
To what do I owe the honor of your presence at the table of the regrettably famous Captain Obo?
And just like that, he's really sober.
This is good news, Captain. You're back at the starting block again. You have a new beginning, a new dawn.
Now that's a good show of spirit, Miss Walker. What'll you be having now? It's my round.
Valsenborn needs you. I need you. Yeah, who am I?
So what?
Okay,
I'd
Valsenborn.
rather you listen to me. You're my only hope of finding a solution to my problem.
Do tell me about it, please, miss.
Because the Yukels and their ostriches are stuck here in Valsumbor, it's causing a serious problem among the people in your community. Plus, the nomads have to continue their great journey. Only you, Captain Obo, can defuse the situation by taking them on board the crystal.
You're very wrong, Miss Walker. Everybody will tell you that I'm incapable of giving a hand to anyone.
You're afraid. Idiots can say what they want.
You're right, Captain. It's safe to say that people don't have a particularly high opinion of you. But I think you're afraid to know where I want to take the Yukels.
No, listen to her. All right, then. Tell me where Miss Walker actually wants me to take her in my old tub.
To Baranur.
To Baranur.
I'm a broken man because of what I saw back there that night, miss. A sad wreck of a man, really. And you're asking me to go back. Back there. Back to hell. I saw the hellish red eyes of the monster of the lake. Beast as big and long as my boat. Ask your Yukol friends what they think about it. They call it the Kilak, the evil spirit of the lake. The devil guarding the doorway to hell.
Well, let's just look at it like a second chance. What do you say?
No. Never.
Oh, okay. Play on his pride.
In that case, I'll buy the crystal.
What makes you think she's up for sale?
You've left her in the port to rot. She's completely run down. You haven't the money to keep her shipshape. I have money, and I need that ferry.
She's a ferry, not a liner. The girl wants to take the helm of the crystal. Now I've heard everything.
I know that if the Proud Crystal had an equally proud commander at her helm, things would go better. But as you don't want to go on a voyage...
All right, all right. You can get your gang of little savages and board the crystal. I'll take you.
Oh, thank you, Captain, really, with all my heart. And thank you on behalf of the Yukels.
Oh, but be careful now, Captain Girl. You're not there yet. There are 2 conditions, and they are negotiable. First, we stop by Narodas. It's a little town just a bit south of Baranor. That will mean we avoid the most radioactive zones, but it won't actually take you too far off your path. And second, we also sail by day. I'm not going to finish up on the lake monster's plate. And it sleeps during the day. The beast is usually a bit of a night owl anyway.
I accept, Captain Obo.
In that case, all hands on deck now, sailor, because we've got work to do before we can hoist the anchor.
Come on, Kate. You hurry off and meet with the captain before he changes his mind. I'll go tell Grandfather to join you on board the Crystal with Kirk.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay, wow. Achievement unlocked, crime and punishment. Because last time when I did this, I was not that successful and he was not convinced, so I needed to get something to convince him from the crystal, some object or the object or something, which I had not done yet. So I'm surprised that he is convinced now. So, I think, should I say goodbye?
So you finally managed to convince old
Yeah.
Obo. Good going.
Okay, cool. Then goodbye, Sarah.
I was sure the captain would end up by saying yes.
Oh, were you? Okay, cool. I don't know if the Yukos will be picked up by Kirk and Steiner later on their way. But I will really want to ride the funicular to the clinic. I hope I get to do that. But for now, it seems that we are going on a little boat ride. Yes, please continue. And let's go on to the crystal. And it has loaded, so where would the captain be? Probably not inside, right? Probably outside. Captain Obo, are you up here? No, doesn't seem that way. Okay. Then I was wrong. Then let's go inside the ferry room or whatever. Just the room where people are usually sitting. But why would he be here? Why would he be here? He should be on the bridge, I suppose. Or is he on the back? I don't know the lingo of a boat, of a ship.
Nobody.
Nobody. Yes, nobody is here. So where is the captain? Where is the captain? He's not here, he's not there. Where are you? He said he needed me on the ship, right? That we need to prepare for departure. But where is he? Or am I just overlooking him? Was he here? No. Okay, then let's go back inside. Maybe he is in there. I just missed him. Hello, hello, anybody here? No, but there are stairs, which I did not go up last time. Ah, is that the bridge? Ah, it is. Hello.
All right, Captain. How are the preparations going?
There's quite a bit of work to do before we can hoist the anchor, Miss Kate.
What can I do?
Maybe I can help you out with something.
Well, the coal needs to be stocked up. As for myself, I'll look after getting the water tanks ready to be filled. Take this. It's the code you need for entering the hangar where the coal is kept. You actually need it to use the crane to load the coal onto the crystal. Don't forget to open the storage hatchway first.
Okay, access the storage area.
How do I open the hatchway to the coal storage on the crystal?
Just turn the wheel on the ship's bridge, sailor.
Okay.
What do I need to do in the hangar?
That's where you'll find all the coal you need for the crystal. One container should just about be enough. And don't forget to use the entry code for the crane that I just gave you.
Sure thing, crane.
What do I need the crane for?
This here is for loading all the coal you get from the hangar onto the ship. Use the code I gave you so that you can access the control post.
I'll take care of that, Captain.
We need to set sail as soon as possible, so better hurry up.
Well, we have to wait for the Yukos too, so can't leave without them. But he said turn the wheel on the bridge. This is the bridge, right? But this is just the steering wheel. Then I wonder which... Oh, there's something. I want to read it. Or take it. What is it? Captain's Oboe's logbook. Can I read it? It's under journal, right? Oh, okay, the code 0509. Okay, the logbook. Read it. I am a man, and because I err, I am a man. Dostoevsky. Is that the 5th of February? I'm not sure. Or the 2nd of May. That was written by a coward. Coward. The title is less prestigious than captain. It was nevertheless preferable to the prospect of once again being confronted with the lake and the red eyes that lurk there. Its eyes. I suppose I should start from the beginning. Now that I've thrown the old log overboard so the tale can be told afresh, everything is ready. Room for my account, my confession. As, to judge by the speed with which the bottle of vodka is emptying, there's little time left before I plunge into a sleep stripped of nightmares. With the eyes. I never really knew why they asked me to become commander of the Crystal. I have to say that at the time I was a young wolf, dressed to the nines and proud. Merchant Marine, Navy. There wasn't a port from Aralbat to Baranur where they didn't toast the health of Captain Fyodor Ivanovich Oboe, not to mention a few black eyes and gap-toothed smiles handed out along the way. The fact remains that when Valsambor asked me to take the helm of the Crystal, I accepted, and years of happiness followed, 20 in fact. The work was easy and enjoyable, consisting of daily runs between Valsambor and the different towns on the other side of the lake, Nahodotsk, Tunguskaya, and Baranur. Damn Baranur. Baranur is the town just across from Valsambor, on the other side of the lake. Since that crazy mechanic from the west set up his amusement park there last year, all I was doing was transporting tourists going to it. But that was before the accident in the power plant, before Baranur became the radioactive hell that it will remain for centuries and centuries. Lots of people survived the meltdown. They got way more radiation than they were supposed to, sure, but they came through it alive. So, given the Crystal's record, and its captains too, the authorities immediately thought of us when it came time to go rescue those poor bastards. The mission was simple: unload the rescue team on the beach at the Baranur amusement park, wait for them to come back with survivors, then take everyone back to the Valsambor clinic, until all the survivors were safe and sound. Despite the risk and the terrible sight of all those bodies, the first few crossings went as planned. Then things got out of control, because that's when it arrived. Fear. Everybody who says my name now, the way you spit on the sidewalk, will tell you. After all those crossings, the radiation finally put the wind up Oboe's sails. What he says he saw came straight from a bottle. That drunkard's more scared of the atom than of Aral sea smugglers. But on my honor as a sailor, I swear that's all wrong. Sure, just thinking about all that pernicious radiation, invisible to the naked eye and capable of burning you and creating countless mutations, is enough to give me the cold shivers. Of course it put the wind up my sails. Worse, in reality, a nameless terror, glacial and dark like a moonless night, but that's because I saw it. It, the monster of the lake. with all those arms stretching out forever, its evil eyes shining with a cunning and malevolent intelligence, those eyes. So yes, I know I can never make up for the harm I caused by abandoning the rescuers and the last survivors in Baranur. That damned me forever. I'd also be lying if I never thought about going back to challenge the monster fair and square, look it right in the eyes, and try to make up for my crimes. But what good would it do? That won't bring back the people I left to die. Nobody would forgive me. The facts have shown that I'm too gutless to agree to be led into hell by one of its most eminent representatives if it's not going to do anyone any good. Totally gutless and selfish, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless, the only thing that counts for me now is keeping the lake and its inhabitants safe from my presence on board the Crystal and... No more pretending. The truth is that I need to protect myself from the lake and that cunning devil it hides, at all costs. Now I approach the end of these lines, I can't stop looking at the Crystal's ignition key, that old trinket that's been in my pocket for 20 years, and that I've used so many times to set course on the lake. I see the bottle of vodka is empty, and yet my mind is clear, far clearer than it was when I fled Baranur. Since my damnation, right now, at this very moment, I know. I know how to nip any suicidal inclination in the bud, any sudden urge to confront the horror that awaits me on the lake bed. Where did that damn jacket get to? Okay. I would say that's it for today, and next time we're gonna go to the storage, open it up, go to the hangar, and get the coal onto the boat.